we'll start off with you. Obviously, you lose Brandon Burnett, your starting quarterback. Brady J6 stepping into the role. How has he been, and how have you seen his improvement this offseason?
He's gotten better every 7-on-7, every scrimmage we've had, every practice really. So it's just going every day he's going to get better and he'll get more confidence and just start going smoother for him.
Coach, obviously, the win-loss, the record may not have been what Tomcat Country loves last year, but there was postseason success. What did you take from last year to really go over into this season and help build, in the places where you lost a lot of guys?
We improved a lot last year over the year before. Played probably the toughest schedule Trimble's played, and we've still got a tough schedule this year, but I think we've improved tremendously from last year to this year. From even their effort in practice, effort in weight room, just overall attitude. This year it's a lot of fun to go to practice.
We were just talking a little bit about how the enrollments in Southeast Ohio are smaller and that you don't have as many that great linemen going around, and then Mount Everest and Mount Kilimanjaro walked in. How big of a factor are these guys going to be for your success?
Oh, it's we don't have a lot of big guys, but you can see we can put some bigger ones out there, and it's funny. Look at the receivers we started first game last year. I think all three of them were 5'8" or below, and we're throwing 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" this year out there. So it's we've still got our small kids, but luckily the big guys are the ones playing this year.
So that means at least one of the chases is not broken.
Pardon?
At least one of the chases is not broken then?
Well, his knee's broken, I think.
Oh,
the
still?
other one's,
Oh, man. That's unfortunate.
I saw you playing against Fair the last couple of years, and then 2 years ago they were really good, and it was a really tough game. Actually, I know the score might not seem like it, but watching the game, I thought you played awfully well against them and moved the ball. It seemed like you guys were getting had a pretty good offense on last year. Is it?
yeah, I thought that way too, even though, like I said, the score wouldn't show up. We had a hard time stopping their pass. But we were moving the ball offensively, and we had some seniors last year, but we had a lot of unexperienced players. So it would show. I thought in our toughest games that we played well, but we didn't get the win. And this year these guys have went through that, and we've got a lot of seniors again this year, and I think these guys will lead us to more victories this year.
Coach, you were 2 plays, I'm going to say 2 heartbreaking calls away from being right back at the top of the TVC again. What has been the message this summer to really get those guys over that final hump?
Like I said, we were a few plays from winning the league championship, and we've got to make those plays this year. Just concentration, just giving effort in practice. If you only go half speed in practice, that's what you're going to get in the game too. So we've got to practice hard, and so far these guys have really been doing that.
Colton, you've been starter for a while, up front on the line, but you've always had kind of the guy up there ahead of you in Cole Wright. What's it been like? Has your mind changed now as you step into that kind of leadership senior role there for the big guys up front?
I mean, it's been pretty good. We've been trying to make sure the guys are focused, working hard, and I think everybody has. I think our team's been putting a lot of effort in the weight room, and I think we're going to be pretty good this year.
You guys have had some scrimmages already. What's one thing from all you guys that you'd like to see so far, and what's one thing that you still think that you can improve at?
I think we can improve on some of our passing. I feel like we're running the ball really well. The bone's working out like it always does, but I feel like we can improve on some passing stuff.
And also pass coverage. I mean, I just like to talk about in the bigger than game. That's what we're having trouble with a lot. That's usually what we have trouble with a lot, and I think we can get that down, we'll be pretty good.
We're also face a lot of passing teams, we don't think, or predominantly running teams. But, we're not going to face a better passing team than Athens, what we just saw Friday night. And, we just need to keep working hard in practice. But like I said, our offensive line's really come together. And, we lost our 2 guards from last year, but we've got a transfer, Marcus Cable, moved in from Crooksville. And then we moved a young fullback to the other guard in Sam Everett. And, so it was watching them come along in the scrimmages and really impressed with them, along with Colton and Carl and Benny Warren, our center. So, I think those 5 guys are really working hard and they're gelling better than I hope they would.
I would like to direct this question toward Chase. So you and Jacek are both multi-sport athletes, and now you guys are older, you're taking on those leadership roles. So what does that position mean to you, mentoring those younger kids and juggling both sports, football and basketball?
It means a lot to be the leader, because when I was a freshman, I always looked up to the seniors, so like Blake Guffey and them, just to fill in that role just feels pretty good.
Coach, you talked about your line. You've also got 5 or more guys you have in the backfield there. Is it going to be a same thing, running back by committee, or is there one guy that's kind of stood out to you over the summer that will get the lead carries?
That's one thing that I forgot to mention is I think our numbers at running back are higher than they've ever been. We've got Luke Osborne, who doesn't get mentioned much, running fullback for us. He could probably play tailback on most teams and might see some, there with us. Mason Hart, he's a fullback that didn't even get on the field last year. And we tried to save him. He's our inside linebacker. We were able to do that. But, our tailbacks, we've got 3 tailbacks that I'm not afraid to put in the game. We got Owen Sikorsky, probably be our number 1 if everyone's healthy and running hard, because he's got that other gear he can go to. Trevor Goen, kid who got a late start last year. He's a junior this year. He's done a good job. And then Matthew Moyer really come out of nowhere this year, and worked hard in the weight room, got himself in better shape, and he's going to be a force. So I have confidence in all 3 of those guys, and even Luke. Running, you'll see the fullback more from us this year. We try to get him to swing pass a lot last year, but I think he'll be more involved. And Brandon Burdett ran the ball fairly well last year, and I think Brady Jacek's got the potential to give us even more than Brandon did.
You scrimmaged Chesapeake first.
Yeah.
Now, they have a lot of size up front.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball. So how well did you do against that? And because that's kind of preclude what's going to happen.
Yeah, they're huge up front. And I think they're expected to be pretty good this year. I had our first play scripted, and ones I wanted to run no matter what defense it was. And they were so big up front, I had to get out of that pretty quick because we was running right into their teeth. So once we started, running outside and going against the defense, we did pretty well. But running right at those guys, it wasn't going to be a good night for us.
So I wonder if you're going to be more of a running team and how your guys, you grade them out, looked at it, and said, hey, we can run the ball. We haven't faced that all year.
Yeah, I hope we don't face any bigger teams than that.
Got time for one more? Anybody's got one?
This one's more, for the guys here. I know Coach Ferris and his program is very, day by day and, team oriented, but are there any personal goals that you guys have going into this year that you want to see yourself achieve?
I've got one. I like to see Carl Frank say a word.
All right. Push the microphone closer. Here we go.
I think as a team goal should be to make states, obviously. I think that's what everybody wants to do. And I know we got a lot of hardworking guys on the team, and I think if there's a year we can do it, it's going to be this year.
I just want to beat Nelsonville.
There you go. Hey, first game of the year. That's all it takes.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.